How's it going, everybody? I hope everybody had a good holiday. Need to make my FL Studio small enough to fit into my streaming window. There we go. Okay, hopefully this stream will be much better than last stream. For those of you who may not remember, last stream we played with my modular synthesizer and it just had major power issues. And I had... Yeah, it was defeating. Let me go full screen here for a second. Here I am. Yeah, for a moment there, I was like, do I even want to do modular anymore? Am I done? Is this ridiculous? Is it? I mean, I still love the format and I love the freedom of it, but I think that was just like the 15th power issue that I had with a modular synthesizer, and it just kind of made me feel defeated and the opposite of inspired, because it's quite ridiculous to it's quite ridiculous to have an audience like this, many of which who are not into modular, and then like endorse, like, you know, because obviously I've had it on this channel and on the streams and stuff, and then be like, so you should totally get one of these. The power situation, you know, if you want a good power system, you're probably going to have to solder it yourself. And then if you mess something up, you're going to fry all of your modules. If you plug something in the wrong way, you'll probably fry a module. Yeah, and it's just really expensive and really unreliable. Oh, and then there's going to be a bunch of noise issues, and everything's daisy chained, which is like crazy. Like if you ask a guitar pedal enthusiast how you should hook up their power to their pedals, and say, how about we just daisy chain all from the same PSU? They'll be like, absolutely not. That's a way to generate noise and not be able to figure it out. You know, you'll just be stacking noise. And that's exactly what happens in modular. So I kind of tapped out. And then a bunch of people on Blue Sky, who, Blue Sky is actually kind of speaking of complaining, check out this awesome thumbnail that they automatically gave me for this one. Yeah, let's say, wow, thanks for the cool thumbnail preview. That's one thing that they've not really sorted out with this network yet. Cool. Anyway, I ordered a big power supply, Topo something math. I need to find out the name because I can't just like say something like that and then not tell you what it is that I ordered. I ordered a gigantic power supply, one thing, Trogotronic. I ordered a gigantic power supply that should hopefully power the entire thing, and it apparently will. Oh my god, did you guys really ship it that slow? It's not going to be here till January. Yeah, so that's what I ordered, and I guess I won't be able to talk about it. I may not actually be able to hook it up until I get back from my January travels in February. So hope you enjoy being off for a long time, modular. Let me see if I could show you an image of the thing that I ordered. I don't think they gave me my actual model number in the email, but I guess do know that they might take their sweet-ass time shipping it to you. All right, here's what I ordered. Ready? Bing. Let me show you in an actual screen where you could see things. There you go. I basically got the largest size, which I think for this much power is a good deal. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But this should cover everything. I do hate this. And it still is, there still is a lot of piggybacking going on. But yeah, I'm not really excited to have a bunch of these anymore, you know, but what are you going to do? This is sort of my last thing before my modular goes up on a giant used perfect circuit sale or something like that. Just because, although it's kind of funny because I'm going to be at the Buchla event. Venus Theory and myself are going to be at the Buchla event on January... I should just look at my calendar rather than Windows calendar, which tells us nothing. January 26th. We're going to be at the Buchla event in LA. And then the day before that, 2 days before that, on the 24th, we are going to be at NAMM, and we will be FL Studio, the software you're looking at. NAMM has been kind of weird about me speaking because, like at the main event or on any of the official stages, because I don't. I guess some of their sponsors got like Spotify or whatever got a little angry about it, about the negativity towards their brands that I've had. I'm not going to complain about that, but it is pretty badass because it seems like ImageLine was just like, well, we'll get you a stage and we'll put you on our own, and you could stream from there. And if streaming works, sometimes it doesn't at NAMM, but yeah, we could do a Q&A and record it, and yeah, and if NAMM has a problem with that, then I suppose they could take it up with them because they're probably paying $100,000 to exhibit there. So, what sounds incredibly pitched down? Does my voice sound incredibly pitched down? That'd be pretty cool if it did. You know what you could do, honestly? You could go to you could just go around to streams and be like, why do you sound so pitched up? Like, why do you sound like a chipmunk today? And literally you would descend into madness from, especially if it was somebody who knew something about audio, because they'd be like, oh my, I'm clocking at the wrong rate with OBS or something, and they would just descend into madness for the rest of the day. But no, maybe I just talked too much on Christmas. And then Lucy over here, I guess you can't see her now, there's a vest on the floor, and she has just decided to live on the vest. It's a little puffy vest rather than the bed that I made. That's heated, by the way. Little bitch. Okay. Anyway, let's look at Synthmaster III. So it'll be a while before we could do a modular redemption thing due to choosing the slowest shipping speed known to man. But Synthmaster III, I've not played with Synthmaster anything, and it's been on my radar for quite a while, and I just kind of, finally have decided to check it out. The developer got in touch with me, and I did not, I didn't really look into this as much as, as much as a developer would want you to. They'd want you to sort of look around and then do, but no, how we do it. We like to just check out streams. And I would say just installing it, making sure it didn't crash, installing all the presets. So far, it's pretty good. What I'm interested in seeing is it better than Surge? It's also resizable, which is nice. Let's make it nice and big so everybody can see what's going on. I don't think it's going to be better. I mean, it's hard to be better than Surge, but like, whenever I see these big multi-synths, I just think to myself, like, is this just made redundant by Surge? But it looks like this has some pretty nifty synth engines, such as basic, granular, additive, vector. I'm interested in playing with that. Wavetable, and a virtual analog. And this is just your general, I assume, subtractive. Beautiful. There's not a terrible amount of filters, but they do sound pretty good. You have nonlinearities, which you're probably not going to notice the difference of. Acid, which I guess kind of emulates like the 12 decibel. Okay, different filters. High pass, band pass, band stop. That would be... You don't see those too often anymore. And then multi-mode. All right. And are there any other types of... Yeah, and then we also have these filters over here, which are pretty... So I think we are... Is this just a digital filter? I assume? Yeah. Okay. So we can add more filters. How do we delete? There we go. Remove filter 2, remove filter 1. Oop, did I do something wrong there? Remove filter 2. Oh, duplicate. Okay, so let's add a, let's remove filter 1, and here's just a, I guess this is a virtual analog filter. Yeah. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to tell the difference between these things, but actually I need to route that. Okay, so anyway, we have our track view, which there's a pretty powerful sequencer. I like opened the sequencer really quick, and it has it has this piano roll, which is like, okay, that's pretty intense. Arpeggiator, and then your voices. You kind of select how many. Wow, you get 8 unison voices. That's kind of insane. Wow. And then zones, we all know what that is. Just if you want different things happening in different keys. And then random. Oh, it's a random preset. I was like, what? You could randomize all the things? That's going to be a disaster. Okay. So let's see if we have... Oh, sorry. I should have read this. This is state variable by default. A byte filter. I probably need to do things like this. Like hook this filter up here. And then disable that one. Okay. Woo! Interesting. Yeah, that's, and then got drive as well. I wonder if we could probably bind this to a key, huh? Add modulation to MIDI, velocity, key track. All right. And then if we wanted to actually match that, I don't know if we could. All right, anyway. Let's check out a new filter again. I like just going through all the stuff before even looking at the presets. I really like doing that because you really sort of get to feel the then when you do go through the presets, it just feels more inspiring or something because you get to see like what they went through. I feel like I don't see the full routing here. Let's remove this first one. Put that in there. Nice. And then so this already has key tracking, which is kind of funny. So okay, I don't know where else you could do that with the comb filter. Format filter, let's listen to that. I think I may, did I select another comb? Maybe. Okay, no, I didn't. All right. Pop it into the filter number 4. And then we could select our, oh, nice. They have a lot of different alto bass. Okay. I suppose if we're going to do that, we should probably have a square wave. Or a pulse wave of some sort. Basic shapes. Pulse. Probably going to want to phase that. And we're also soprano E. That's cool. Okay. Any other filters we want to check out? Wave shaper. Oh, an operator. Okay. So that could be really interesting. We're going to see how that routes in a minute. Going deep. This is going to be loud, probably. Okay. Maybe not. Oh, I see we have, oh wow, we have all our different. Nice. And last but not least was the operator, which is going to be interesting. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So operator, I'm assuming that it's going to work like this. If I could figure out how to route this correctly. Okay. Okay. So we have one oscillator here. And then can we duplicate this oscillator? Okay. Oscillator 2. We don't seem to have any. Let's try changing the pitch. Nice, okay, yeah, this is doing what we want. Nope, no it's not, never mind. Yeah, it is, it's sort of modular. I mean, it's not like plugging things around, but it is interesting how you could. I'm not totally familiar with. Let's actually load up some. Whoa, algorithm. Okay. What? We'll figure that out. Let me. Can I change? Yeah, so the layer, we could just make it probably mono from here. Yeah. Okay. And let's just move to a sine. That way we could see if this actually works the way that I am imagining it might. Wow, you could really draw in your waveform, huh? Crazy. All right. Okay, so our routing. 1 and 2 is just adding on to one another. Okay, so what we could also do here is bring 2 into 1, into 1's FM input. I would probably have to enable this. Oh, it would have to go through the operator then in. We're figuring this out. Okay, that goes into effects. Maybe? We'll see if this works. Yeah, okay. So, the operator... There we go. All right. Is there an FM amount input? I'm sure there is somewhere, or it's probably controllable by this operator. Oh, okay, so we could do multiply. We could do... So we would probably want to do that with OS1 and OS2. We're going to have a lot of fun with that operator module. That's really clever. Greater, I don't think that's going to have any effect here, so we probably only want... It's just going to make it sound a little raspy. Okay, so maybe this could... Let's add a new modulator, which we would need to create here. Let's make a new ADSR envelope and make it very short. And it would be, well, we got some nice little options here. It would just be mono triggered, and maybe we can add that to here. Oh, okay. Never mind. That's for amplitude modulation. Okay, we're not doing that yet. So what we could do in that case is just modulate this. Oh yeah, we could also rename this, which is nice. I did notice that in my first check-in. FM OS2. So we could right-click this. I bet there might even be an easier way of doing this, but we could then right-click this and then add modulation, in which and then, let's see, this should work. Let's go up to 3 octaves. And put the decay and release up, and maybe higher. Cool. Yeah, it's also funny because it's not really... You'd have to set it up in a logarithmic FM way, but let's look at this modulator. Make it one shot. I don't know if that does anything. Let's make an LFO for... Could make a new operator too, huh? Weird. Okay. And then... So that oscillator can then go into this. And then this could be a multiplier. Or only if number 2 is smaller than number 1 input on the operator. So that would be pitch based, probably. I'm assuming. Okay, let's get into like more fun stuff, just because this is getting really dorky. Okay, let's go into the different types of oscillators. Granular. So this must be a sample, obviously. Oh, well, we got a lot of these. Oh. A lot of drum sounds. Yeah, and these are all the expansions. Choir. Cello. All right. So I'm assuming that this will let us release out the individual. Yeah. We could change our voices. Nice. That's really nice. Let me record a little thing in here so that way we just have a... What's our BPM like? Perfect. Lo-fi. Is that just bit reduction? Yeah. filter bank. That'll come in handy. And probably some delay would be good. Wonder if okay, maybe add a little bit of how about, let's see if we can add modulation, macros, other. So here I will add a new LFO. It can be synced, and it can be a, we'll probably edit it anyway, a sawtooth. Then we could edit that sawtooth, nice. Like so. Maybe we could add it, make it a little more dynamic. Oh yeah, beautiful. And then we can just bind this to that. That's clever. I like it. And then we can make this just subtle. Yeah, I bet if we add a tape effect on this, it'll be really pretty. I will load another Synthmaster for something basic. Oh, is this one automatically playing? Actually, this noise is going to piss me off on the tape. Oh, is it playing the... Oh, interesting. Not the same thing, but... Let's load a... Let's test out that vector. Okay, so with the vector, I mean, I don't really have a MIDI controller that's great for this. I like how you could do this. That's actually handy. So this one could be a guitar. This one could be... Oh, wow. Oh, cool. You could have those as your... We're going to have a lot of fun with that. Okay, and... Yeah, the fact that you could have samples in your vector, I don't really understand even how that's going to work, but let's see. Crescendo. Let's go with a C. So. Okay, I see. I thought it was going to like repeat or something in some weird way. I was like, is this granular? What's happening? Okay, we could stick to waveforms. Oof. I mean, that's cool for vector. Wow. Maybe we could put a quarter note LFO on this one. I mean, I'm not, of course I could be playing with the arpeggiator and sequencer, which we will, but this will be fun for now. A BT waveform. They got a lot to choose from. Just change the phase of this. Here, maybe give it a sub bass. Is this one off? Is this one syncing? Oh, this one's not. That's the problem. There we go. Nice. Nice. And then, of course, our layers. We could maybe make some unison here. Nice. I suppose if we are going to actually play with LFOs that way, we can't fool around with this non-quantized input. Now let's hear it. Much better. Okay. I do have, I don't even know what it is. I was playing with the random metal plugin for drums. I mean, just literally before starting the stream. I have no idea what this pattern even is. Okay. Maybe this will be way more like cohesive sounding. Okay, we just made a Boards of Canada track. What channel is this going to? 5. Let's bring it to 10. Yeah, one thing I was thinking about doing with random is putting it in 10 or something, and then also sending it to here, and then we would put in frequency splitter, where we would get rid of every damn thing except for our lows. And then we would exclusively route this to no. Route this track to only, and no would have the volume down. And our peak controller can do things like this. Okay, now this is just an experiment. I know what you think. I know what you're thinking. I'm not going to do what you think I'm going to do. Yeah, okay. I like the beat. Had to think about it for a second. Now we will also route this to this track, which will... Wait, sorry, did I actually route that to no? No, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to route it to no. We will route it to 13 only. Or 13 rather. Another peak controller here. And then that would be 6. So, let's mute this. Oh, derp. That's my problem. I'm a dummy. Sounds pretty weird. Got a lot of leads to choose from. Chill out. Okay, let's not have a vocoded. Trance. Tropical house. Oh yeah, you could do this. That's really useful. I like that. Oh, I see. This is only from this expansion. Derp. I was like, man, these qualifiers don't really mean much, but they do. I'm just silly. Ooh. Okay. I'd like to mute the drums as well. I guess I could just route it to here. I guess I could just actually route it to no. Maybe. No, that won't do it. I would have had to have routed it to a separate mute tank. Let's play with the arpeggiator. Oh, okay, we already are. But I'd rather kind of make my own patch, you know? I also want to go through these other oscillators. My goodness. Oh yeah, and layers. We didn't even think about layers yet. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, so this kind of gets more into Omnisphere Falcon territory, I suppose, when you start thinking about layers. It's pretty crazy. How about virtual analog? Well, let's hear that. Quality best. Whoa, nice. What if we make it sharper? Outside, let's see what these three things are. Oh, wow. So that's the sub. And then 2 waves. Okay. Wow. Damn. Whoa. There it is. Yeah, that is some good modeling. Jeez. Wow. Yeah, it seems like overkill for iPad, at least my use of it. An iPad. Yeah, that's good. I might as well like try a diode ladder filter with that. Why not, you know? When in Mableton, it's the city I live in. The city I live in is called Mableton. Not Ableton. Mableton. What have I done? What have I done here? There we go. Get out of here, filter number 1. Oh no! Oh dear. Well, that guess it had to happen sometime. The curse continues. The streaming curse. Bummer. All right. I got an FL Studio. I mean, well, you know what? It is a little bit FL Studio because usually when a plugin crashes, just the plugin crashes. It runs on a separate. Maybe it's because it's. I don't know what happened there. It did lock up a little bit when it was downloading all the presets because I had to like, not main, but I had to like ask it to. But I don't feel like that. You know, I wouldn't do that when I'm working on music. But this was the first time it crashed on its own accord. But I also had quality on best. Maybe that had something to do with it. replace with a, yeah, replacing is probably easier than what I've been doing. I want to hear a diode ladder filter. Yep. Woof. I like that. So I guess we could modulate that with key tracking. Well, we got it. Nice. Makes me want to like try an oscillator running just noise, maybe. Wow, just playing the filter. That's pretty impressive. All right, then let's make a sequencer. Let's arpeggiate this. Which can be done probably easier here. Yeah, and then, like I said, the sequencer has a piano roll, which is just bananas. And yeah, with multiple notes at once. So you can actually play chords in the sequencer. That makes me wonder. Did I do this? Yeah, this is poly, but since one is playing a filter for the oscillator, I suppose we could also. Okay, now we have another thing that we have, which I've not figured out entirely yet. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to move it to C major scale. I'm going to set this to global. So let's go to C major scale. And then maybe I can scale lock up here. Oh, yeah. Nice. Let me turn down the reverb really fast so we could hear more of what's going on. Okay. Let's see. So if I move it to minor. Nice. This is actually really popular once we bring in layers. Wow. This is a lot of scales. The Kung scale. What? Wow. It's a lot of microtones. I don't know how to... That's pretty wild. The what scale? I don't know, Mom. These are a lot of scales that I've never heard of. There's like, I mean, most of them are like ethnic. Yeah, they have a lot of ragas. I do not even know what some of these are. Seems like a lot of Persian scales. Yeah, intoned 5-limit asymmetric. What? Oh, I hear it now, though. Yeah, that is definitely a microtone compared to... Yeah, cool. Celtic pentatonic. What are the... A Dricrillion? Wow. So I'm duplicating this, which means that I could just literally duplicate that and then have a new sequencer. Okay, let's try it. This one can go slower, base time of 1/4 dot. We can delete these steps. And this is also locked to that same scale, so I could really press anything I want. Oh, man, or I could make this an arpeggiator, too. Yeah, I'm actually making it not trigger anything right now. Remember, lock and scale. Okay, so let's go back to major. Also makes me wonder if, can you leave bass time? Not really, no. But you could do fewer steps. So, for example, if I wanted to back out of what I just did, more so than I would want to undo, if I would just, okay, so I would just duplicate layer 1. Okay. Make one pan to the left, make one pan to the right. Okay, you don't notice any difference now. However, if I were to make this one only 7 steps, let's play it. Nice. Could duplicate that one more time. And this one will just be panned to the center. And 9 steps, which I can't see all of. Is there a way to get over to that 9th, I wonder? That I'm missing? I gotta catch it. There it is. Yeah, sounds like delay, but it's not. No delay here. Oh, right, but I also have all these layers. Okay, and then last but not least, just playing with these, we could kind of edit, yeah, we could just edit this down to a G. Pretty rad, or this one up to a G1. Yeah, I don't know if if I would consider this to be phase shifting because it's synced. You would have to, I mean, we could do that with oscillators, but, or LFOs and stuff, but yeah, I feel like this is polyrhythmic, which I guess is like Fisher-Price phase shifting, or the other way around, maybe, I don't know, depending on if you're a drummer or an experimentalist. Could we slam a change throughout the entire scale now? Go minor. Wow. Oh yeah, nonagon. The weirdest ice cream truck ever. Wow. And then chords. Native American flute chromatic. presets. They got a lot of them. Let's look at some. Let's hear what ambient is all about on this thing. The stuff that isn't by BT. That's pretty nice. I feel like we need more granular for a good ambient. Okay, all right. I kind of forgot. Like playing. I mean, some of these aren't very bluesy, but I've got the Juno blues. What? What happened there? That was weird. Oh, I think I went over one of these. That's... Get this shit off my keyboard. Seems to not be triggering under a certain velocity, and I don't know if it's this or if it's my keyboard. Some weird setting that I must have set up. Let's load up old Trusty here. No, it is this, okay. Or it is the plugin, rather. Maybe I have to load the preset entire... Oh, I bet that's what's happening. It's just not loading all of the velocity layers, maybe? Okay, let's try it. Yeah, okay, exactly. Okay, good. I was like, no, not a problem. I mean, I feel like Squid Game and Solaris are very different movies. I will tell you one thing about when I watched Solaris for the first time. I saw it in the theater. Me and my friends. This makes me sound so much like a jerk or something. Me and my friends were really into Soderbergh at the time. It was kind of like when when everything that Soderbergh was directing was like out of the park. It was like Ocean's 11 and yeah, I mean all that stuff. And I had seen the original Solaris when I was younger and a teenager, and I didn't really get it entirely. Like, I think it was just a little too much for me when I was like 14, whatever. And it's also like 3.5 hours long or something. And it's also in Russian. And so when we found out that Soderbergh was directing a new version of Solaris, oh boy, we got excited. And we went to the theater. It's a little artsy theater because it wasn't in like the big ones in somewhere in North Side or downtown Chicago. And I don't think we talked for the rest of the night. Like, I think we were just like, all right, see ya. Like, I don't think there was any conversation after seeing that in the theater. So seeing it with your family around Christmas, I feel like Solaris is kind of... The energy that movie gives off might be a little too sad or something. I don't know, like too existential. But it's such an awesome movie. And I've never read the book. But yeah. But yeah, The Soderbergh version is also amazing, and has Jeremy Davies in it, who's like one of my favorite actors ever. I'll show you a picture of him. You'll recognize him if you see him. He's not like a name, not quite a name brand, but it's like everything that he's in, he just hits out of the park. It is here, I'll show you him. This guy. This guy's just like amazing in everything that he makes. He was in oh god, let's look really quick. I'm sure there's a bunch of things I didn't even realize. Yeah, Saving Private Ryan. He was like the conflicted soldier, the wussy soldier. Yeah, he seems to be. Yeah, wow. Okay, I had no idea he was in the new Twin Peaks, which I have yet to see. Justified. He played Dickie Bennett, which is like not the best show in the world, but like. He really played the hell out of that part. It's one of the better characters. But one of the first movies he was in was called Spanking the Monkey. Maybe not. Yeah, I guess okay. Yeah, that was... Wow, that only has a 6.3. Has anybody ever seen this movie? Yeah, this movie's really, really good, and I cannot believe that it only has a 6.3. I remember seeing it on like the IFC, Independent Film Channel, back when that was a thing, and being like, wow, that's such a daring, challenging film. It's a film about a kid who has a really young mother that he gets drunk and does stuff with her, and which sounds like a really gross movie, obviously, but it actually rips that open a bit. Like it rips open the complexity of that situation, and obviously it's like a pretty tragic film, and I don't know if you would consider it a dark comedy. There's like comedic moments, but it's like a tragic film. It's like a family being torn apart, right? And so Jeremy Davies he must have been like 16 when he played it or something. Yeah, and did an incredible job. But yeah, I remember seeing that when I was younger and just being like, that is such a hard thing to make a movie about and such a hard thing to act in a movie and, you know, all that other stuff. But yeah. Anyway. Oh, and he was in Lost. Anybody else here? I wonder if anybody called that out. He was like the only likable character in all of Lost for me. Anyway, I absolutely hated that show. Yeah. Jeremy Davies. Maybe if I ever... Wow, he is 10 years older than me? This dude looks like he's like younger than me by quite a bit. Anyway, maybe one day I will interview him on this stream. That would be something. Have Jeremy Davies on the stream. Maybe when I'm in LA. Maybe at NAMM. Maybe I'll have him come to the FL Studio stage and everybody will be really, really confused. Oh, yeah. Interstellar. Yeah. Well, if Interstellar is kind of a feel-good movie, isn't it? I'm trying to think what other sci-fi films would really go out of the park. You know what is a funny movie to introduce people to who have never seen it before is The Dark Knight, and just that original, well, not original by a long shot, but I always want to say Chris Cunningham, not Chris Cunningham. Whatever. The same director as Interstellar. That Batman series. Yeah, no one. Thank you. One of the very few superhero movies or movie series where I was actually like, this is great. Like most of them, it's just like, eh. Unless you consider El Mariachi a superhero. But yeah, he's not like magical, or he doesn't have any superpowers. And neither does Batman, I guess. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I just don't like people having superpowers because I get jealous. Okay, this is definitely granular. Yeah, Chris Cunningham is the guy who made those. Chris Cunningham made the original like Autechre Try Repeat music videos. He directed Come to Daddy, Window Licker from Aphex Twin. He did Rubber Johnny, if you've ever seen that. It's like a short film. Not really, I mean, it has like a remix of an Aphex Twin song that he remixed, but it's not it's not an Aphex Twin music video. He did another Aphex Twin music video, I believe, but one that it wasn't like that amazing. Like it wasn't up to the par of Window Licker and Come to Daddy. All Is Full of Love from Bjork. Madonna, Frozen, maybe Madonna's Frozen music video. Like if you could think of an amazing music video from the early 2000s, like one that really pushed the envelope, chances are Chris Cunningham had something to do with it. And he actually worked as like I think he was like one of the PAs or something for Stanley Kubrick before Kubrick died. And I got to meet him once, very briefly, in an Indian restaurant with some other people from that world, and it was just a lot of really inspirational British IDM and video people in a vegan Indian restaurant in London. Yes, the Square Pusher, the Come On. No, yeah, I guess it was Come On My Selector. The one where he escapes out of the mental hospital or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. And he's kind of gone. Like I looked him up like 6 months ago or something. I was having a conversation about, just having the same adoring conversation that I am now, and he's just kind of like, I haven't been able to find really much new, which is kind of sad, but, or maybe not. maybe it's nice that he got out. Maybe he's enjoying his life in a peaceful way that's not quite as stressful. Ah, yes. Cliff Martinez. Sorry, I see that up there. Cliff Martinez blew my... it was so funny, I didn't realize that Cliff Martinez was the drummer of Red Hot Chili Peppers until I had, like, fully worshipped, a good 5 of his film scores, where I finally Googled his name and was like, what? Red Hot Chili Pepper drummer. Oh, my God. But, yeah. And then, so sort of circling around in this conversation quite a lot, Cliff Martinez, I believe his first, or at least his first major film score was Traffic, which is another Soderbergh classic, and probably like Soderbergh's big breakout movie. And Traffic, I remember that just being so different than any movie score I heard before, because it's ambient. It's like straight up, almost like some Eno music, and it's so different. And I mean, it has like the chords are just ninths, and they always have those harmonics over them and stuff, 13ths, and it has a bunch of like interesting synthy percussive elements to it. And I remember just being like, oh my God, this is absolutely incredible. And then he did Solaris, which very similar score, obviously, just different vibe because it's a different type of movie. And once after I figured out that he was the drummer to Red Hot Chili Peppers, I realized that all of the synthy percussive sounds I was hearing were actually like gamelans. Like he was actually playing these like crazy chimes and stuff, which is fucking crazy. So good. But yeah. Does BT still make presets for things like this? I mean, I guess he does. I talk about it as if like I don't know. I suppose I could just ask him. But yeah, that's... What a fun... What a fun film score. He did, or film score discography. He did Narc as well, which is a movie that really fell under the radar. Narc was I don't know, just look it up, N-A-R-C. It's like takes place of, it's some cops in Detroit type shit, and yeah, I did the score for that. That's actually really... And it's funny because that's like a movie I saw just because I saw that Cliff Martinez did the score for it. And I was like, okay, going to the theater. But yeah, that's like a really gritty, dark score as well. Yeah, I mean, we're like talking about like Jeremy Davies and Chris Nolan and the Batman and then BT, and it's like BT's a little bit more accessible. I do have his phone number. I could just call him. Although that would be weird if I was just like, hey, sorry to interrupt your dinner. Do you still do presets? No, I don't have any work for you or anything. We were just wandering on stream. Anyway, bye, Brian. I'll see you at NAMM. I will tell you one thing. I will tell you some BT lore, if I might. That man drinks more caffeine than anybody I've ever seen in my entire life. And I drink a lot here. Here's my coffee cup. Like, this is, I think this is like 20 ounces or some shit. Filled to the brim with Chemex coffee, like, 5 times the caffeine. I drink an enormous amount of caffeine to where people are usually like, are you going to be all right, man? Do we at least going to get diarrhea from that? So does my mom. But BT, yeah, I would fucking die if I drink the caffeine that man drinks. Espressos all day, just Red Bulls here and I don't know. These days, I don't know if that changed, but a lot of Red Bulls, a lot of energy drinks. And it shows in his personality because he's like super vibrant. Yeah, I'm not texting him, I'm calling him. Yeah, Chemexes are good. I have I have a Chemex. I also have the smaller single pour over thing, which I probably use more, but yeah, like the only coffee I drink now is pour overs, which I don't know. You would think that I would maybe buy a coffee machine. All right, Kalita Wave. All right, I'm looking this up, man. We're gonna check this out. Kalita Wave. Let's see what you're talking about. I feel like I've heard this name before. Oh yeah, these things. Okay. You know what I was thinking about is I'm about to be traveling for a lot of January. And I was thinking about just bringing a bunch of coffee, grinding a bunch, and bringing it. But I don't like doing that because I feel like it's nice to sometimes just drink McDonald's coffee for a month and get a reset, so you do appreciate the coffee you have when you get home, plus boiling the water and doing all that shit in a hotel when you're traveling. But I kind of like this because it's not going to break. I could just sort of put it in a little case and... But I will try this at home, yeah. I do need to have some new excitement in my coffee life. Can I help you, Lucy? She's like, dude, are you eating pretzels yet or not? Yeah, I like this patch. Just our BPM here. It's a weird chord. What's with the delay there? Okay. Yeah, I have I subscribe to a coffee thing that gives me like a new type every 2 weeks now because I have a big I'm dealing with a major I'm dealing with a major, like I just have way more than I'm drinking. Oh, this only works on the sequencer. I keep forgetting. Okay, I'm just gonna start a new layer now instead. Huh. They should all be the same length. Mocha Master Cup 1. All right, I'm gonna have to search that too. Yeah, because you know what I need to do is get a machine that like brews me coffee in the morning. Because that is so nice to literally, yeah, to drink. Okay, Mocha Master Cup 1. Sorry to interrupt this music for this coffee. This looks like the kind of thing that I would probably legit like. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to buy the filters. I'll have to see how much the filters cost if you get third party and shit. Will this like? Okay, it doesn't have an alarm setting, but maybe I could live with it. It looks nice. Yeah, maybe I'll pick one of these up. Yeah, so does this interesting. All right, I'm going to go to the store and buy one. No, I'm joking. I'm going to actually go to the bathroom really fast. I'll be right back. But I will ask, since I couldn't see it there, it doesn't do grinds, does it? I mean, I have a grinder, but just wondering if it could grind the beans in the morning, then I could wake up, set it up to a timer, hear the beans grinding, wake up to that, then go get my cup of coffee and go lay in bed and respond to emails. That's my dream. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Let's look at these comments here. Simple but amazing. You could rig up an alarm with smart socket. Christopher says $250 and no timer. Yeah, I mean, these are. It's. I don't know what it is. I feel like people just make coffee machines. They make like. They're not even new designs, but I feel like people just try to make coffee machines and then find out that it works when it's in a prototype, and then charge $100 extra for it when it makes good coffee. And it works. I mean, it's like, how much does it cost to make a Chemex realistically? Probably, I don't know. It's just a glass jar. Yeah. And there's my mom with just buy a percolator. I mean, it's not great coffee. It's a vibe of its own, but it's not. You're not tasting the bean. And tech of Verm. Yeah, this is so funny because there's so much stuff that I've not heard of that we're discussing in this little coffee podcast. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, I will look into that. But yeah, my mother does love the percolator. Let's see what else we have here. Interesting. I like that. Get an Electra and be done with it. Well, I think it's funny because I used to make coffee in like a drip machine that I liked. I mean, it wasn't a bad one. It was a $200 one or something. And just now it leaks, but I just haven't used it in so long, even before it started leaking, just because the Chemex was so good. And but another issue with pour overs is when you have company over. When you want to make like 4 cups of coffee, 4 big cups for 4 people or something, which is actually something that's about to happen. I'm I'm about to have some very famous people staying in my house. It's going to be a very weird month. There's nothing to apologize about Keurigs. I have a Keurig machine in here. Sometimes you want a cinnamon bun in a cup of coffee. And yeah, without Keurig, like, hotels would be insufferable. I do like not the Keurig, but I do like the Nespresso, not necessarily the Nespresso brand machines, but I like the Nespresso, the clones and all that stuff. Okay, so does each layer have their own effect? Is what I'm wondering, and I'm assuming yes. Yes. Well, the problem with Keurig is that you're just drinking old, stale coffee. And that's the problem with, like, you know, buying coffee in a can, too, or buying a coffee at Kroger. You're just drinking stale-ass coffee. It's like, if you're okay with that. But, yeah. Single samples. Yeah, there's so much to choose from. Yeah, good water's a thing. I've brought, like, my, I haven't used it in so long that I forgot, my, AeroPress. I used to bring that on the road. And I kind of learned that, yeah, I've gone places that just had, like, mineral-y water and ugh. Yeah, I suppose that's pretty haunting sounding. Oh, okay. I like this density, too. I wonder if we could sync the density or something. Maybe make 4 voices. Yeah. Oh god, this whole time we're playing it through the filter, I was wondering why it didn't sound more abrasive. That's funny. Okay, and this one could be a sequencer. I did shave. Shaved a while ago now, but yeah, it's... I guess that hasn't really been shown in my videos, has it? Maybe, yeah. But yeah, I got tired of the beard. Oscillator. Kind of want to explore that virtual analog a bit more. There we go. I don't actually know if I'm doing much here. I don't think I'm figuring that part out. It's fine though. Okay, I just want to make a little chime anyway. Not chime, but pluck. Let's make a limit to 4 voices. Get us an LFO here. Not quite that much. Oh, I like how you could divide these. That's really clever, actually. Okay. Sounds really buttery. Might not even need that much reverb, just a tiny splash. Okay. I totally forgot what the rest of it sounds like. What the rest... There we go. find us a breakbeat. I have all of the loop libraries as well right now, like every subscription just from the last video I did. Not to brag, but yeah, not that I really have any desire to. I'm not that huge of a loop person, but hell yeah. Need something a little more classic here. I mean, that one's pretty cool. Okay. So many fills. Ah.
Yeah. Inspiration sounds brings you the.
Okay. Okay, yeah. This is pretty old school. I like this. Alright, let's do this. Ready? I've not messed around with Transporter yet. I was gonna download it, like, I was gonna update FL like 5 minutes before the stream, but then I was like, something will go wrong. One last thing I want to check out is apparently this has a vocoder. Okay. I'm just gonna clone this. And I just don't know what vocoder does. I would like to know what vocoder does. Effects. Oh, okay, so cool. So an audio input is the carrier. How would we do that here? I don't know how we would do that here. Yeah, this is one of those things that FL Studio might not be able to do perfectly well. I mean, I've done it before, but I wonder if you could run this as an effect. That'd be interesting. Oh yeah, you can. Burp, there we go. Well then, never mind, we know now. We know exactly how this works. Let's go back to this effects sequencer. Routing. Okay. Vocoder. And then we would have to stereo in and then run at least one of these to number 3. That's going to 3. I see what's happening. No idea. Yep, I don't know. Okay, I was just wondering. Yeah, I would probably have to use Patcher or something like that, but... At that point, I would just load this loop into Synthmaster. It's like a grain or something. Good times. Okay. Well, what do we think? I guess my ultimate impression of Synthmaster Beta is I mean, it in a weird way it kind of reminds me of kilohertz stuff, like, but maybe a little bit more consolidated. I do think that, however, it is. Well, let's do a little mem test really fast here. So I'm going to load a bunch of different oscillators here. Granular one, additive. Oh yeah, we didn't even go through additive. We'll look at that really fast. I mean, I don't think it's too advanced of an additive. Yeah, it looks like it only has 8 partials. Not that that's like a bad thing, but... Oh, but we could... amount? No, that's drift, sorry. I'm dumb. We could bring these into partials, which is... It's gonna be weird. I don't know if that's... I mean, it gets out there. You know what? Let me try something. I'm gonna initialize a preset, and I'm gonna add a new additive, and I'm gonna add another new additive, and then I'm gonna add another new additive. And then I'm gonna get rid of the original oscillator. Okay. So... let's see if we could stack. Maybe an octave up. And then an octave up from here. Okay, so let's get rid of each one of these. Can we do that? Does it work that way? No. Okay. So let's just try and make like a solid sounding square to see how accurate this is. We're ending on a null. All right. Okay. This should sound like a square. Well, we would probably need another one to sound like a good square. This should sound like a low definition square. Jesus. Sorry. Yeah. Maybe. I'm gonna load one more. Actually, I'll just duplicate number 4. Can we keep going? Let's keep going. Let's see how far we could bring this. Duplicate number 5. Duplicate number 6. See how many partials we could fit in here. I don't actually see them down. Oh, because they're not played. I was like, yeah, this isn't really making a difference, but that's because they're not. They're not automatically adding in. Okay. There we go. Nice. The biggest drawbar organ ever. That's interesting too. Sorry to like keep just dorking out here. Okay. So we have different algorithms. means what? So we could display our waveforms, our volume. Here, our detuning. Sorry, that has to be really loud. Okay. Our tone. Don't know what that is. And algorithm. Nope, algorithm I said. Huh. That's pretty cool. Makes me wonder if you could really stack it up and like go crazy with it. Yeah, having like a pulse inside a... it's kind of bonkers. And then that makes me... So I guess you could then modulate these, which would be cool. Add new LFO, add new LFO. Or just duplicate, I guess. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's nice. Another thing that I was wondering is how fast we could actually, so if we were to set up an LFO here, could we get audio rate modulation, hooking up our pitch just to that LFO? Oh, wow, we could quantize the pitch to those scales from here. That's pretty dope. Okay. LFOs. Okay, this is definitely like the most annoying part of any stream. Okay. So one thing I like is you can divide, which is pretty cool. And all right, let's unsync this. Yeah, make sure we're not synced. All right, let's see how fast we could get. Not terribly fast, but that's pretty good. We could also we could do multiple saws. Let's see if we have any that already do that. Otherwise, I'll just that's pretty good. It's not quite Falcon, but I feel like Falcon's one of the faster that I've heard. But yeah, it has like the interpolation. That's pretty good. Cubic. Freehand. Nice. So we could just make a really broken ass. And then let's see if we could hook up an LFO to that. LFO 1 will connect to LFO 2. And LFO 2 will be very slow. That's a proper, I mean, honestly, when you bring, if you want to know your synths well, I mean, listen to this. It makes me want to also hear that virtual analog one. Let's just get this as raw as possible here. Can we delete these? I guess I could just put them in the middle. It's a good click. Okay. So, I don't know. It doesn't sound that much better than this one. Oh, yeah, it does. Never mind. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, this sounds like an analog click. So there's that. And then the other thing that I just found that I thought was fascinating is that you could quantize the pitch to a harmonic minor. And then when we set up the LFO, will it actually... Maybe. Oh, we have to enable it. Sorry. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. And then that'll probably work with those other crazy scales that we saw a moment ago. I'm going to make a quick LFO. I could randomize it. Okay. Can we just get a... maybe a sine wave. Let me get rid of this. Remove. Step LFO. That's kind of what I probably wanted. Well, what I want to build is a sample and hold. And I'm sure there's a way to fucking do it, but I haven't seen it. So I guess I want the step modulator for the step one to be a 1/4, and I would want that synced, and then I would want my frequency to be connected to step one, which then would go... Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, my Christmas spirit has never had any air in it, so. I'm a fucking dumbass. Right here, there's a sample and hold knob. Like, well, I wish I could build a sample and hold in this here routing matrix. Good Lord. Okay, so speed, sync. Confused. Okay. It's not doing what I told it to initially. trying to make a generative patch if you haven't figured that out. I guess we need to also change what triggers it. It's too loopy though. Maybe I just need to actually have a step sequencer also controlling this. Okay. Pitch should now be remove modulation and add modulation to step 2. Okay, now we're talking business. Still not doing what I wanted it to. I guess let's look at, see if there's any like sequences here that do what I need it to do. Random. It's like the sample and hold's just moving too fast. Okay, we'll just do this. The sound. This is what what the shit on my modular sounded like when I first got it. Like which is cool, but I would make like shit where I just didn't really quite understand how the routing worked yet. So I would just be like, well, I guess this sounds all right. I'll put reverb on it and it'll sound amazing. Ah, noise LFO, that's what I want. Let's see. Thank you. Yeah, that's probably what I need here. Yeah, that even has bits. Cool, okay. Clear modulations and add modulation. No. Would it be no? Is that what it's called? Noise 1? I think so. Yes. Perfect, thank you. Nice. That's doing exactly what I wanted to. That's really powerful, actually. My goodness. Yeah, I love how you could just, from here, just insert a bipolar random. Okay. So now this is modulated. Actually, this is a little out of control. Let's chill out on the... Okay, so now we can actually quantize them to those crazy scales. Wow. Analog synths, so and Omega. Wow. I keep saying wow. It's just like crazy the places this is going on its own. Chords. So if I hit like a... Whoa! Let's speed it up now. These are all just one key presses, by the way. I mean, I feel like I sound like the low-budget horror movie. There's definitely, the presets are definitely a little more modern and crazy sounding. This is nuts. All right. So it is randomizing all of them, which is incredible. All right, ready? That's so funny. Okay. Let's just go to something a little more melodic. To our ears, at least. Major! Let's add another oscillator. Maybe a wavetable. And then a random index. Bipolar random. And let's choose a fun wavetable. Yeah, I don't even know how much this is. It's $69? I'm so confused with what's happening with this little BT wavetable. Is it like just let's just go to a basic one. He had too much Red Bull before making that one. There we go. Yeah, one button solo, or one key solo. Okay, last I feel like if I'm going past a stream time, if I'm going into like my third hour just playing with something, that's probably a good sign, right? Okay. You know what I should have done? This should have been a new layer, and then I could have sequenced that key as well in the sequencer, so it would have sound like this. I'm just trying to do the bink, press one key, and then it plays and goes crazy, but... okay, so what do I have? Not info. I think I have everything. This is what I have. Producer bundle. I think that's just presets though, isn't it? I still have the Mocha Master open on here. All right. Let's take a lookie. Ugh. Man, when you just type in a synth, right? And you see somebody being like, whoa, in their thumbnail. It's just like part of synthesis at this point. Is somebody being like, oh. All right. Synthmaster III. $30 to upgrade from part 2 products. Yeah, okay. That's pretty good. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing with the operators, because look at this shit. Wouldn't that be funny if I didn't know what skins meant and I was like, what do you mean? Like, did they send me skin in the mail? The producer bundle is $119. And that has... I just want to make sure that, like... It's just presets. Yeah, okay. I mean, I personally might not buy the bundle. Just because, you know, I don't really hang with presets too much. It's funny because I should on stream, like I should be showing you presets, like the things that show things off, and I'm like, no, I want to. Where's the initial init button? But since I don't want to be too big of a dick, let me show you some presets. Actually, let's look at some sequences. Let's see like what the most advanced, crazy, nutty, psycho, loco. Okay, so Synthmaster III, soundscapes, styles, sequence loop, whatever. Oh yeah, we can just do this. wrong with needing presets to get you started. I mean, I feel like that's like a good way to get started in making a track. I feel like I'm too critical of them or something. Like, maybe not critical. I don't know if that's a word. I guess I'm just too much like, oh, I wish this had this and this and this. And it's like, well, why don't I just start with my own? And maybe I feel like I'm like disrespecting the person who made the preset. That's also one of the reasons I don't really make them for other synths. Unless it's a Yamaha montage, of course. Yeah, these are pretty crazy. Brass. Ooh, I like the delay on that. You know what the sleeper plugin of the 2024 is? Maybe, in my opinion. I don't even know if it came out in 2024, but the probably sleeper plugin of 2024 is Kepler and Kepler EXO in FL Studio. And yeah, they just sound so good. And you know who randomly hit me up the other day being like, hey man, Kepler sounds crazy for a VST. Like, it just sounds like I bought a polyphonic synthesizer. Is Cameron, who doesn't really even use FL Studio. He was just like, it's crazy good. I'm like, yeah, isn't it? Yeah, I remember when, before this came out, they sent me a version of it and it didn't have any presets, the original Kepler, and it had no presets at all. And I was just kind of like, you know, things weren't properly entirely labeled yet and stuff, and I was just like, this is nuts. Like, this sounds so good. And at first I thought that's why I appreciated it more, is because like I got it in its rawest form before, you know, it got kind of dialed up, and but no, it actually like yeah, it's pretty plugins are just getting crazy. I guess that's the only way you could put it. Yeah, listen to this slope. Even the 6 decibel. Yeah, it's nuts. Anyway. And then presets for that, which I've not even really listened to. Well, I have my own. ITOI made that. Good Hoover. Korg ARP 2600. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I'm not a big Korg ARP fan, or I'm not a big ARP fan in general, but Ocean Swift Wavetable Creator. Oh yeah, that's nice too. I was looking at that. A lot of cool stuff coming out. Yeah. Sorry, just looking at these. Man, I'm hearing fireworks outside still. If you live, anybody who lives in a Hispanic community or near a Hispanic community, which it's probably like 30 to 40% of my area here. No, maybe less. I live in I think my area is like, I've been trying to just feel it out, because I'm like on this hill, on this like little farmy hill, but apparently it is a pretty Hispanic community, because Christmas fireworks is a big thing, and yeah, but they're not like annoying or even bad, but it's always kind of funny to like see fireworks exploding in the sky Christmas week. Yeah. but I really like this place, except for the leaves. The leaves are killing me. All right, so business. Let's talk business. A few things just to note in the Discord. I'm going to be doing an astrophotography video soon. I have talked to a couple different companies about auto telescopes. I've been building my own rig for the last months and haven't even used it yet. It's funny because for Christmas I got like some of the final parts that I needed, and immediately it's like when that happens, you could look up at the sky after a month of clear skies and just see the clouds roll in, and like you're just like, sweet, great, I'm not gonna be able to use this. But I'm gonna be shooting that in January, but in late January in the desert. And I was basically, if you have if you want to get into astrophotography, like if you legitimately want to take pictures of nebulas and planets and shit like that, tag me in the Discord, and I'll put a thing on Patreon as well, because I want to know your questions, because I have a million of them. I'm still completely lost. I'm learning, and I want to bring as many people with me on that journey as possible, because it is kind of difficult to learn astrophotography. I always thought that people were gatekeeping it in a way. I always thought people were just kind of dicks, because they'd be like, what kind of lens did you use for that? And then I was like, oh, a hydrogen alpha filter. I don't know what that is, you know? Like, and so now I'm learning what that is. And I'm going to be able to compare things. And yeah, so I'm just trying to like gather what I should be paying attention to in a video like that. And then also, next video that I have, I shot, it's all shot and stuff. It just has to get edited. Hopefully by early next week, is about, it's kind of a hodgepodge. Who's paying the best royalties? The answer of who is paying the best royalties is, for me, is totally crazy. I would have never expected it in a million years. It's not Spotify, obviously, but it's also not one of the smaller sites that you would think, you know, that are claiming to pay more royalties. Not Tidal or anything like that. And also, I trained a model that can detect AI generated music on Suno with 100% accuracy. So I tested it with something like 560 tracks, and with 100% accuracy, it could detect what was Suno and what was coming from Epidemic Sound or something like that. So that's cool. I can't really show you exactly how it works in a video, because I don't want Suno to figure out what's going on. But I am giving it to people who I trust not to leak it to someone who could easily circumvent it. All right. Link up with Synth Addict. All right. Is Synth Addict an astrophotography fella? Oh, okay. He has a channel for it. Yeah, I do. It's funny because I've been sort of looking at astrophotography, looking at getting into it, or sorry, not looking at reaching out for help from, like I have a good friend, Mark Saboru, who I did streams with on my channel, I don't know, like 3 years ago during COVID. And, yeah, I mean, he legitimately, he's the head of visualization for NASA and huge into obviously all of that stuff. And it's funny because I'm trying as hard as I can to like figure it out by reading and trial and error, but I may tap out and reach out to some astrophotography YouTubers. I almost did today. Today I was just literally like screwing stuff on and being like, I don't know if I'm doing this right, and I don't want to waste time, but yeah, that's the fun of it. Anyway, is redshift, blue shift a phenomenon that you can capture in astrophotography? No, not in astrophotography. Maybe in, well, no, not from my level. Like maybe if you have like the James Webb telescope mounted, even then, I don't think you could. Not in our lifetime that I know of. Maybe I'm wrong. I need to Google that. Also, anything else? No, I don't think so. Oh, Cameron, Venusiri, and myself I haven't been playing that often just because I've been so busy, but we have a Sons of the Forest server, a dedicated server that we're running. If anybody, I don't think it could host that many people. We can't have like 50 people on it due to just the nature of the game, and I don't think it could handle that much. But I think if people yeah, if some trusted individuals who weren't going to grief things wanted to get involved, I could post it in gaming or send out invites or something like that. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great, I guess I'll see you on the 2nd of January will be my next stream. Maybe I'll do some selections, or maybe I'll wait a week for that. And, well, I won't be doing my modular because I don't think I don't think the power is going to arrive for quite some time. So that sucks. All right. Anyway, yeah, Kev Human, that's it. It pretty much, that's what it's like. You need a master's degree to read the manual for a lot of that stuff. Anyway, have a wonderful new year. Be safe. Don't do DMT while driving. That's a good idea. All right. Take care, and happy holidays.